Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Mastermind call. Today is January the 30th, 2017, and this call was started on September the 8th, 2016 by Timeka Williams. The motto of this call is to start your day with vision. Just to give you a description of this call, we adopted this idea of a mastermind call group, from Napoleon Hill's timeless classic, Think and Grow Rich. And basically, no single individual has sufficient knowledge, native ability, or wisdom to be successful all by themselves. It takes a collective group of like-minded individuals to come together to achieve a goal, whether that goal is to be a successful parent, employer, employee, entrepreneur, or whatever you're aspiring to be. It's important that you, surround yourself with like-minded people so that you can achieve whatever it is that you're trying to do, so that you can be the most successful you possible. Today, again, my name is Randolph Mapp. I'll be leading the call along with Timeka Williams. And today's topic is what drives your life, or what is your purpose? How I came up with this topic, I was just strolling through some books that I had, and I ran across a book called The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. I read this book on one of my escapades that I was on, and actually kept up with it. And, I began to think about it. We talk, motivation is temporal and things of that nature. But, but more importantly, at that time in my life, it was, I was trying to figure out, which direction do I go in? What is my purpose? What drives me? Because at that time I was driven by substances, and I had no direction. I had no purpose besides to drink and to drug. But by the grace of God, life has taken on a whole nother meaning. And, it's very important that, it's an important question to ask yourself, shall I say, what drives your life, or what is your life's purpose? Just a few points that I like to illustrate to, maybe put some food on your brain, for you to think about as far as, discovering perhaps what your purpose is, or what drives you, what gives you motivation in life. First off, point A, knowing your purpose gives meaning to your life. We were made to have meaning. We were created with a specific purpose. No one has the same fingerprint. No one has the same signature. Everyone is different, and that's for a purpose, because I have a task that I was put here on earth assigned to do, that only I'm assigned to do. Timeka has a task that she's assigned only to do, and so on and so forth. However, we can all come together and work, together to achieve, individual goals as well as a community goal as well. But, the first point being, we were designed with a meaning, with a purpose. And once you kind of get that idea, it's cemented in your brain, that's a nice place to start from. As I was reading it, it's a quote, this guy named Dr. Bernie Siegel. He said he could predict which one of his cancer patients would go into a remission and have a successful recovery by simply asking them, do you want to live to be 100? And, people that would answer yes to this question, 7 times out of 10, they were going to remission because they had a purpose for living. They knew they had a meaning, for being here on earth, whether it was to be a testimony for themselves or for someone else, or they know they had, to raise their family, or whatever the scenario might be. They knew that they had a specific purpose that they were put here on earth to perform. And, they said, oh, heck yeah, I'm going to live past 100. And he said, those people with that energy, with that attitude, with that type of faith, with that vision, were the ones that normally were successful cancer patients. So again, knowing that you were made with an intention for a specific meaning is very important. Point B, knowing your purpose simplifies your life. It defines what you do and what you don't do. Sometimes I know myself personally, I say, oh, man, my life is so boring. I just have this simple routine that I do every day. But in all actuality, my life is anything but boring. You know, what I have to ask myself a lot of times, what I have to ask myself is, you know, does this specific activity, whatever it may be, help me to fulfill what my purpose is? And, you know, whether I answer yes or no, or let me come back to that, you know, it simplifies things and makes living a lot easier and a lot simpler for me and my perspective, because I know a lot of times once things, you know, I have a lot on my plate and I'm looking to get a few more plates to fill up, you know, but I have to make sure that, you know, that it is in alignment with what my purpose is, and does it help me to achieve this goal to be the most successful me, as well as helping others as well. You know, that's another thing about knowing your purpose. You know, it's not always about Randolph. It's also about helping others as well. You know, that's just another keynote that I just wanted to put in on that. Point C would be knowing your purpose focuses your life. You know, once you know what your purpose is, you know, you can concentrate your time, your energy, all your efforts on what is important versus what's not important. You become effective by being selective. You know, simply put, you know, without a clear purpose, we're similar to, you know, remember those gyroscopes that, you know, they just spin around in all different directions, just busy, you know, spinning frantically, but you know, we seem to be going nowhere. You know, so it's important not to confuse activity with productivity, because a lot of times I know in my instance, I can think, you know, that word multitasking comes up to mind when I think about, you know, activity doesn't mean productivity. I can be thinking, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. But in the grand scheme of things, what is this doing towards me achieving my life's purpose? A lot of times I'm just being a busybody instead of a business person, you know, handling what's necessary, prioritizing things in the perspective that they should go. So, you know, it's important that we redefine, you know, our activities. And even if certain activities are activities that are helpful, sometimes we might need to prune away certain positive activities just to be more productive and and what it is that we know we're designed to be. So again, you know, number one, know what your purpose is. It gives, you know, meaning to your life. Knowing your purpose simplifies your life. Knowing your purpose helps you focus on what's important in life. And lastly, knowing your purpose motivates your life. You know, and the purpose of that motivation. Lastly, your purpose always produces a passion, and without passion, you know, I don't know what we have. You know, it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to, you know, do anything if you're not passionate about what you're doing. You know, it's you know, I know for early on in life, I was like in my early 20s. My mom's a nurse, and I got different people in my family that are in the medical field. And to a certain degree, you know, I was like, well, hey, I need to do that because they're making good money and they're helping people. But that's not my passion. The medical career is not the only profession out there that people are helping people and getting paid a rather nice annual salary from. There are tons of other ways that you can help people and get paid well and be fulfilling your passion and your purpose at the same time. So it's important that, you know, whatever it is that you decide to do, let it be your passion, not your mom's passion or grandma's passion, or this is what my uncle said, I was good at fixing cars. But if you don't like fixing cars, you like, cutting grass, you know, have your lawn care business or do whatever it is that you're passionate about that gives you purpose versus what other people tend to almost, I guess I could say, people try to vicariously live their dreams through other people's lives. And really that's not fair to you. You know, so that's really all I wanted to say on, you know, what drives your life. You know, what is your purpose? Timeka, do you have anything that you would like to chime in on this topic?
Yes, one thing I want to say was when I think about the topic, what drives you, I want people who are listening to this call, whether it's for the first time or whether you're on this call live or whether you're listening to this call on one of our formats that it's posted on, is think about it from an analogy of actually driving. When we talk about what drives you, of course, Randolph is talking about, you know, like your purpose in life. But think about when you talk about the what drives you, think about where. Sometimes when we try to get to what drives you, which is what is it that you want in life, we need to realize where is it that we're going? Where is it that we want to go? When we talk about where, we're talking about our destination. So when we're talking about what drives you, it's just like in the Bible, excuse me, how Jesus talked in several parables. We need to think about what is the where. Where am I trying to go? Where is my destination and why? Not only where, but why am I trying to get there? What am I going to get when I get there, and when? I know we got this concept as far as the Mastermind group from Napoleon Hill. And in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, he talks about a burning desire. And in order to have a burning desire, how you need to have a definiteness of purpose. You need to have a definiteness of plan. So when you talk about definiteness of plan, there's no such thing as not having a plan without a date. Like, what is the date? What is it that you want from this? What is this burning desire that you want so bad? So to find out what drives you, you need to find out where. Where are you trying to go? Why are you trying to go there? And when are you trying to get there? We talk about it from a point of destination. Think about the destination that you're trying to go in life. I know if you are trying to think about what drives you and you're thinking about a car, you're going to think, okay, when I get into my vehicle, where am I going? Why am I going there? When am I going there? We use a thing called a GPS. So we're talking about our life. Realize in our life, there's only so much that can be done with the physical eye. Before something is brought into fruition that we can actually see, we have something that is more important, and those are the things that we can't see. Those are thoughts. Before anything is created in life, there is first a thought. So when you're thinking about your life, realize that you have an inner GPS, the inner GPS that you were actually born with. And this is what guides you and leads you to create things like passion, purpose, vision, and that inner excitement. Sometimes before we get, external excitement, we have to get that inner excitement built up. Because based on our thoughts, that tells us, wow, this would be amazing if we did this, if we went there, if we tried that. The ifs bring about, reality. Because first we're thinking about the things that we want in life. We're thinking about the excitement behind the things that we can get in life. We're thinking about the happiness and fulfillment and enjoyment around the people that we want to be around in life. And that if life were a bit better, we can share that happiness and enjoyment with our loved ones. So always remember in life when you're thinking about what drives you, think about just like how you would drive a car and you have a GPS, how you would use that inner GPS. But not only that, in life there's going to be obstacles. So when you make it out there on the road and you're putting your car out there on the road, you know that, there's such things like maintenance that we need to make sure is done on our car. So in life, what kind of maintenance are we doing in our own lives to make sure we're well maintained? That means in our life, we are striving for balance. Balance is very important. You can't do anything in life successfully unless you have balance. So that means not only do you need to strive for a more successful life as far as success, but your health needs to be great. Your money needs to be great. Your spirituality needs to be great. Your communication with people needs to be great. So when I talk about maintenance from a standpoint, of course when we're thinking about a car, we're going to think about things like oil, gas, the maintenance type of care that we need to make sure everything is lubricated and if water is required at a certain point. But we need to think about that from a standpoint of our life. Are we giving ourselves daily maintenance? That means, are you learning every day? Are you taking care of yourself every day? Are you meditating every day? Are you praying every day? Are you building those good emotional and successful connections with people every day? So we're talking about that from a standpoint of maintenance. So not only do you know your destination based on your inner GPS, but you're maintaining yourself to get to that point A to point B because obstacles will happen. Are you ready for it before it happens? Also, I want to talk about, when you think about the title, what drives you, where is your journey? What is this journey that you're going on? We live in a microwave society where a lot of times people want things immediately. You want to press that 30-second button or that 1-minute button, and you want it hot and ready now. But when you think about what drives you and you're actually going to put a car on the road, we're not trying to snap our fingers and get there. We're ready to head out on a destination, on a journey, on something that's going to take time. That means you're at point A, and in order to get to point B, that's a journey. So in our lives, we have to realize that No, our life isn't a microwave. We don't want to start and stop instantly. However, we may want to, but that's not the way life works. So when you're trying to go on a journey, you need to realize it's going to take time, and I need to be patient. So it's important that, yes, I know my where, I know my why, I know my when, but I need to be ready for the journey. It's just like when you look at a road map, you know, you can only see so much from the map. You see street names, you see, you know, the terrain, but on the journey, that's when you're able to see everything with your eyes. You're able to see obstacles. You're able to see everything. So we have to be ready for this journey that we're going on and not see it as instant gratification, but see it as a path that we want to travel, a path where we have our eyes open. And one thing that we always people typically tend to forget is when we're thinking about what drives you, and we're thinking about the where, the why, the when, we also need to think about who. Who are our driving forces behind why it is and where it is that we want to go in life? You cannot do anything without people everything without people, because we don't know everything by ourselves. We are either reading or listening to inspirational books. We're either praying to a higher purpose, power, or to God. We either have some kind of friends or family that we talk to, that we learn stuff from, or that we network, or that we tell, some of our sob stories to. So think about the people who are on this destination with you, who are on this journey with you, who want to go these places with you. I think that's very important, because for myself personally, I'm just now realizing the mindset of what a mastermind group is, and how powerful a mastermind group is, the concept is, that can take you to that next journey in life. I know that some people are on the course to get money and substantial amounts of money in their life, and that money makes them feel like they're successful. But I feel like, it's very important to realize that no matter what your journey is in life, to realize that you need success and fulfillment. So, yes, you can get the money, but make sure that the money is going to get you happy and fulfilled. Yes, you want to be networking with major people, movers and shakers in this life, but is networking with those movers and shakers, is it going to make you feel happy, successful, and fulfillment? I think when it's all said and done, if we were in this world alone, we wouldn't be happy and fulfilled, because we would be lonely. But from a standpoint of being happy, successful, and fulfilled, we're networking and moving and shaking and enjoying this journey with people. So I just want to reiterate that when you think about what drives you, just don't think about the where you're going. Why are you going there and when? Think about the important thing on this journey, like the people. Who are your driving forces behind why it is that you want to do whatever it is that you want to do and where you want to go? Randolph, I'll pass it back off to you.
Excuse me. Thank you, Timeka. That was some awesome feedback. Just what drives you to, be whatever it is? What is your purpose that you want to be in life? What drives that? What's the fuel to that fire? Again, we like to thank everyone for listening to this call. We do this every morning at 9 a.m. So please invite someone to the call. We're on pretty much every platform, from our podcast to YouTube, SoundCloud. Thank everyone for listening. Again, start your day with your vision. Don't forget to say your affirmations, beginning with I am statements. And I hope you have a wonderful day to be the most successful you possible. Thanks.